The cameraman didn't come to film the sky. He came for the mountain. Mount Mayon, the perfectly sharpened cone rising above the Philippines. He held his breath, watched the slopes, waited for what might come, and then, in the space behind the volcano, in the negative sky, a thin white line appeared. No warning, no announcement, just a streak, moving so fast your eye catches it but your brain is 3 frames behind. 3 frames behind and asking, what was that? Mount Mayon has erupted more than 50 times in recorded history. Each eruption, a conversation between the earth and the sky. Ash column, heat pulse, a warning loud enough to empty nearby towns. The Philippines is a country of risk and witness. Thousands living on the slopes. Thousands more in its view. All of them trained, over generations, to watch this mountain. But here's the collision point that statistics can't predict. Meteorites enter Earth's atmosphere roughly 100 times per day. More than one every 15 minutes. Somewhere on the planet. Most burn away completely. The ones that survive the friction. That's already rare. The ones bright enough to see in daylight. Rarer still. But the ones that burn bright enough to see in daylight while a cameraman was filming something else. Not looking up. Not expecting the sky. Those exist in a category so small that the math suggests it should happen maybe once every 1,000 years. If at all. And yet, frame after frame, in the background, the streak persists. It's there. Undeniable. Unexpected. Caught almost by accident. Here's what the footage actually shows. The location is verified. Mount Mayon confirmed by the cone's geometry, the sun angle, the foreground geography. The timing is during a period of volcanic uncertainty, when more eyes than usual were trained on the mountain. A moment when the attention of the Philippines was focused on Mayon. And in that attention, in that accumulated watch, the sky made an entrance. Meteorites that survive the journey and reach the ground weigh, on average, less than a kilogram. A stone the size of a walnut. Traveling at speeds that would cross the continental United States in less than an hour. Moving so fast that the air in front of it burns before the rock itself feels heat. That's the white streak. That's what the camera captured. Not the meteorite itself. The meteor. The burning. The last announcement of a stone from space before it goes dark. The odds of that meteorite burning out directly visible above a volcano. Filmed by someone who was filming the wrong thing at exactly the right moment, by our best calculations, should not happen. The numbers don't permit it. And yet. But here is where the evidence gets uncertain. Watch the frame again. The streak is not in front of the mountain. It's not crossing the slopes. It's behind. In the space beyond. In the depth of sky that exists only because the mountain is there to frame it. And that's where human perception begins to betray us. Perspective is the trick your brain plays to make flat images feel like 3-dimensional space. A thin white line could be a meteorite burning 20 kilometers up, visible hundreds of kilometers away. It could be debris from a satellite breakup, smaller, closer, moving at a different velocity. It could be a fireball from space, bright enough to cast light on the volcanic slopes themselves. Or it could be something none of us have quite named. The film doesn't tell us. The angle doesn't resolve it. The camera, trained on the wrong subject at exactly the right moment, caught only the edge of the answer. This is what still happens in a world of curated experience. You point your camera at one thing. You capture another. You don't understand what you've seen until much later. By the time you've rewound the tape, studied the frame, compared it against other witnesses and other records, the moment is already history. Already far enough in the past to carry meaning. Mount Mayon is still a mountain. Its slopes still shift. And somewhere in the sky above it, somewhere in the blank space behind the pencil point of rock and ash, stones from space are still falling. Mostly unseen. Mostly unwitnessed. Mostly arriving after we've stopped looking. This video ends where the cameraman's moment did. With a question. With the half-second gap between sight and understanding. With the knowledge that the world is still large enough to catch us off guard. To surprise us. To remind us that we are not observers of cosmic events. We are witnesses to them. And sometimes, when we're looking the wrong direction, looking down instead of up, that's precisely when the universe makes itself known.